Oh.
Hey, buddy. You okay?
I think he might be okay. I think that's strawberry jam.
Oh. Oh, he was training, too.
So I really like this little booklet. So we already know the Umbrella cleanup squad, so to speak. They were kind of rough. Some of them were prisoners. They train them up. They send them out. They all get slaughtered. This guy was in the same camp as Nikolai, the guy we just met. And he actually wrote down, guy might be a lunatic.
What the fuck was up with that lunatic Nikolai? He was a fucking human shoot just to score some extra points.
Yeah. Like, okay, warning bells going off. Warning bells.
It's probably nothing.
Yeah. And now, one fun thing, and this is just on the VA side. It's always funny to me to hear a VA for a one-time line. Like, this guy just shows up, says his lines, and gets capped immediately. That's Todd Havercorn. He showed up at Capcom and was just like, hey, I got a few lines. It's like, oh, okay. Alright, well, your character just died, so, peace.
What if he was there for something else?
Probably. He was probably there for a couple other things, and just like, hey, you got a couple lines to go.
Was he doing anything, Capcom?
Go ahead and look that up, because right now, I got the bolt cutters. I'm gonna go ahead and open up everything that has bolts on it, just to get the items.
Mm-hmm.
And not a lot of items have changed positions. Some of them have, and I think a couple items are just straight up missing, just to make it harder in Inferno, so that's great. But the main thing is the gemstones that you need for one of the only puzzles in Inferno. One of the puzzle boxes is now somewhere else, and the other ones are just flip-flopped around. They're in different locations, so definitely explore if you're doing Inferno mode, just to make sure you get everything. This one right here is probably one of the bigger changes as far as item location, as well as enemy location. Because normally there's like 5 zombies in here, and they want you to use this exploding barrel in the corner that you can barely see to blow them all up. But everything's dead. Every single thing is dead.
He wasn't Devil May Cry 5.
That probably did it.
He was nobody.
Oh, he's just doing a bunch of bit parts.
And King Baphomet.
Collecting that paycheck.
No, it says he was nobody.
Oh! Probably a character name.
I didn't play it, so...
And then, yeah, they just add, like, 3 Parasite zombies outside the door you just came through.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. That's cool. That's great. That's cool. I love it.
There we go.
None of that shit. Enough of that. Oh, cool. Rockets can go through fences. Good to know.
That's some good aim. Right through the chain link.
Jill's good with a gun. This is probably why I had a crush on her back when I first played Resident Evil games.
Crushed like a Jill sandwich.
Oh, I don't want to kill her. She's just cute and she can take care of herself. I love that in a woman.
Well, she can take care of herself. She don't need you.
That's very true. Especially when I can't control the guns worth shit in this game because I panic shoot. Alright, so this is a callback to the original Resident Evil 3. This statue, this monument here, you needed to put in crystals to open up a door to the rest of the game. And so they put it as a puzzle this time that gives you good free items. A grenade. We got a special...
can't carry that.
Special stock to the shotgun.
Oh, I thought that'd be 2.
And then there's one more thing. But we need to find that last gem.
I just gotta pass the stone first.
Painful. Pain. Absolute pain. The last thing that we can use the bolt cutters on is actually for the shotgun that we just got a stock for, so this is perfect.
Oh, a stock gun for the shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Now, I like where your head's at. Turning a shotgun, which is a 1-box, into a 2-box when you give it the stock.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, no.
Oh?
It stays a 1-box item.
Well, I mean, you still have the stock there, right? So
Yeah.
it is now a 2-box item.
Until... combine it! Nice!
Oh!
Awesome!
Well, that's some mercy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good word for it. That is mercy. Because it could have easily just turned into a 2-block item.
It could have been a 2-block shotgun and a 1-block stock. It could have been a 3-block weapon, you know it.
They could have done some really nasty things. Like, I'm so glad we've moved on from Resident Evil 5's 9-block inventory and nothing else.
I'm glad we moved on from Resi 6's fucking drop-down list inventory. Ugh. I'd rather go back to 5 than 6.
I'd rather just stick with what we got now.
I'd rather have 4, but, you know.
Upgradable inventory, the way of the future. So that guy finally got back up. I think he's programmed to get back up when you're on your way to the electric company. So that's cool.
To the electric company.
Alright, so this log right here that we're about to pick up, this is also some good world building. And I think this is to make up for not having the opening cutscene showing the very fast downfall of Raccoon City. We're actually getting the logs from the soldiers that essentially got ambushed by the undead. Less than 48 hours, gone. And this guy's just like, I don't want to turn into one of them. And so he's gone.
But he went AWOL, and he suffered for it.
Well, he kind of pulled the gun on himself.
Oh, that would... Oh, well,
that would do it.
Yeah, okay.
That would get you out of duty. That would get you a Purple Heart if you survived. Okay. So this might just be... Capcom just being like, we need to cover all of our bases so we don't get bitched at. How about one of the game mechanics where you can shoot generators and cause a spark, stunning enemies? Why don't we give them an explanation for it?
I actually like that shit.
It's more word building, in my opinion.
Exactly. Well, things happen for a reason, and they're telling you the reason why it happens. You missed.
Yeah, this is just cruel. There's like 4 parasite zombies over there to get in your way.
That seems lazy.
There we go. We did it.
Just like 4 of them right there, just, you know, waiting for you. In a row. And a couple of dogs!
So those dogs were in the easier difficulties. These are just programmed to happen. They just added parasite zombies just to be douchebags. Oh. Uh-oh!
He restarted his heart! Oh no!
You were supposed to die!
It looked like he did die, and then he just...
And he just got back up, yeah.
Got better! Did you defibrillate him or something?
Just shake it off. And
don't shoot him again, you'll bring him back to life!
So this is kind of... underutilization of your enemy types. I believe that's the only time we see dogs.
The only time?
The only time.
Well, I mean, I figured they'd be the fastest, but I think they'd also be, like, the first to die, you know? Because they run out, and they, you know, scout out, and they probably get attacked first. So by endgame, you probably wouldn't see very many of them anymore.
And I was actually thinking about this. I was like, oh, really? The dogs they're just there, and then they're not? And then I remembered, oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 did the exact same thing. They were there as a big old threat, but if you got past them, don't have to worry about them anymore.
And besides, it's a horror game. Really can't be that horrifying if you see another dog and go, ah, jeez.
Mm-hmm. See, everything is done for a reason here, and I think, as far as like all the different Resident Evil games that came out post-Biohazard, there wasn't a lot cut from this game. Like, even Resident Evil 2 Remake had some things that didn't make it to the main game, like they stayed on the cutting room floor. This game has nothing.
Because there wasn't much to begin with. Does it even come with 2 discs?
No, it's 1 disc.
Huh.
Just like all the other ones.
The original, I mean.
Oh, the original was 1 disc.
Yeah, because Resi 2 was 2. Resi 1 was...
1.
1.
And then, surprisingly, Resident Evil 1 Remake was 2.
Yeah, and then 2 was 2, and then 3 was 1. And then 4 was 2, and then 5 was 1, and then 6 was 1,
and then when Resident Evil 4 got ported, it became 1. Even with the added stuff.
But then when they put it on PC back in 2007, it was probably like, what, 4?
Something like that, yeah. That sounds correct.
But if I were to put them all on floppy disk, it'd probably be like, you know...
And talking about how much content is in a game, you know, we can have that discussion all day, every day. One of the things that I don't think people remember, because they just remember that, you know, Nemesis, big bad guy, is a really good point in the Resident Evil series. Resident Evil 3 was short as fuck.
Yeah, because they were, like, running themselves ragged. Trying to squeeze as much as they could out of the PS1 before they had to go and join the PS2 big boys. And
I don't know if you know this about Resident Evil's history. Nemesis was supposed to be the 1.5. Code Veronica was supposed to be 3. And then they twisted them around, turned Code Veronica into the side game, and turned 3 into the main series game.
Way to go, Steve.
It's just so many odd choices back in the late 90s.
Capcom, peaks and valleys, those guys. Peaks and valleys.
See, it's also so interesting because the things that happened back then seem to have happened these days now. You know, not having the most development time. You know, going, hey, Resident Evil 2 did good. Get 3 out there quick.
They had a second team working on it, though.
It's also almost repeating history point for point. It's so odd, and yet we still got good products out of both scenarios.
I mean, if you want to make Resi 3 the best game it could be, it might not be Resi 3 anymore. Blah! Ew! Gross!
We're getting to the gross stuff.
Barf! God!
We are getting to a lot of the gross stuff. Resident Evil 3 had a lot of enemies that were not only obnoxious, some of them were just fucking gross. And the remake team went, yeah, we'll do that again.
Who has this case for a single lockpick?
So this is the lockpick that was originally in Raccoon Police Department in the old game, and now they just have it here directly in front of the door you need it at.
Huh.
They even have a notice on the before the door saying, hey, we only got one lockpick, keep it in its special case. And it's just right there. That's one of the ideas where I'm just going, okay, what are we even doing here?
I feel bad for those who pay $60 for this game.
Shut up, I paid over 100. Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Yeah, that big... You get the big old collector's edition. You know, that's...
I know.
That's your curse.
I got this.
That's your curse.
They make good statues, what can I say? And you get a lot of cool stuff. You know, like maps and shit.
See, that's your curse. Resi game comes out, gotta get the big edition.
I know.
And for me, Steins Gate game comes out, gotta get it.
It's just one of those things where I'm glad RE4 Remake was the cooldown timer, because we haven't had a Resident Evil game in a while. So, highly suggested from a gameplay perspective. I did it in the original LP, I'm doing it now. Go and unlock everything and pick everything up. I know it looks like I'm not picking up the items. Trust me, I went back for them. Because I need this stuff to survive.
This is the lock-picking lawyer, and what I have for you is a Raccoon Police Department locker combination key.
You know, in universe, she would be the lock-picking lady. She's the master of unlocking.
It doesn't take much. We just need a simple lockpick here. Up here, there is only one binding pin, and we got this open. Okay, folks.
It's as easy as that. Like and subscribe, please.
You don't do that.
I know.
He is a professional.
He's a lawyer. Professional lawyer. Alright, I think you'll like this store just because it's Capcom looking at itself and being like, we love our references here.
You can go overboard with references, but...
Not here.
Not here. It's a toy store. It's fine.
Yes. Not only is it a toy store, but I think these are like the only references in the game. By the way, here are your collectibles. Just like in all the recent RE games, when you destroy them, it auto-saves immediately, so you can't. No takesies, backsies. So I got these in the original playthrough.
Uh-oh.
So you're not going to see them when they're already collected. Mega Man!
Nobody finds it funny, Capcom! Nobody likes bad box art Mega Man!
I think the real thing...
Joke's over!
It's not Mega Man, it's Ghosts and Goblins. That's good shit.
They made Arthur sci-fi, that's... Good joke! That one's okay!
That was a good joke, I like that
Lead
one.
more into that!
See, it's the movie posters. There's even a 1942 reference in here. So they got their references down pat. I think the Mega Man one goes a little too far, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they got the guy there, they got all the figures
got the toys,
back there.
Yeah.
You know, we're still mad that you put him in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. A funny joke that you guys laughed at, but nobody else did.
Yeah.
That was actually the, I'd say, starting point of Capcom's latest fall.
Uh-oh.
That wouldn't end until Biohazard came out.
That's all right. Those are the olden times. And here's a little snippet of me going back and literally picking up everything I skipped. Told you I'd go back for it. Because I set a rule for myself in this game.
When?
besides that,
Don't lose.
yes, that one specifically. What I'm actually going to do is not use infinite weapons on bosses. So I need to pick up all the ammo I can get.
Alright, there's a couple of words for that. Some may say honorable. I would say, foolish.
Yeah, I'll go with both.
How about, yeah, both. Honorably foolish.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so, here's a returning enemy from the old Resident Evil 3.
The camera angle!
I didn't like seeing this thing come back, but for the fans, I guess.
Ew!
Oh, no. Oh!
Whoa! Whoa! Is that a death scene?
Nope.
She just does that?
This just happens. And this introduces your poison status effect.
Oh.
Infected with parasites. Ew! Ew! Get him out!
Okay, it doesn't.
Thank you, Jill.
Okay.
You are correct. So,
Alright, that's the thumbs up for that one.
in the original game, there was a poison status effect, but that's because there were still giant spiders as enemies. Giant spiders are nowhere in Resident Evil 2 Remake or 3, so they had to figure out a new poison status effect. They also had to rework that there are no blue herbs anymore to get rid of poison. So they made it to where, when you're infected with the parasite from the Drain Demos here, you use a green herb and that scares them out of your body.
I must say that's a good thumbs up to introduce that status effect, though.
No shit.
I mean, it's a cutscene that happens,
Oh shit.
and then they have two...
Oh!
Whoa,
You
whoa,
fucker.
whoa! Man!
That's not fun. So, yeah.
I think you need to mask up there, hon.
Oh, well, there we go. Yeah, so these things are obnoxious in Inferno mode.
Like, it's obnoxious, but I kind of like this idea.
Oh, I do too.
Like, there's no poison, so we have to think of something else, and that's a great way to do it. And they introduce it just fine, because there's two green herbs on the wall over there that tell you that, yeah, you use this, asshole.
Mm-hmm. And actually...
Keep your mouth closed there, hon, okay?
One of the little letter we picked up next to the green herbs was actually a guy explaining the bugs are inside me. I can't believe a green herb worked. So it's explaining it right before it happens, and then you actually have to perform it so that you know it works. It's letting the player know, hey, please use this.
I like that trope, too. You know, unspeakable, disgusting thing happens, and oh, it just takes this to get rid of it.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
You know, like you know, the aliens from Mars Attacks. You know, hell bent on conquest on Earth, aggressive, brutal. What kills them? Yodeling music.
Oh. None of this.
Did they infinitely spawn or something?
So, that's the fun thing. There's a set number of them that spawn, but they spawn at different intervals.
Right.
But
Hello.
every time you flip a switch, that starts up a new spawn rate. So, please kill them until they stop showing up. Flip a switch, more of them will spawn, you can take them out. I love how mechanically they work in this game, because they're on the ceiling, they're on the side of the wall, they're right in front of you, they're coming out of holes in the wall. These things are a menace. And I love them from gameplay perspective.
Grade A survival horror gameplay right here.
Precisely.
This is the bread and butter.
I also like the irony that this is the power company. It's dark as shit.
Yeah, because the power's off.
I know. The power's off. Now, while doing a bit of research on what this thing actually is, because there's always a real-life explanation on what these infected monsters are, because you got giant spiders infected with T-virus, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
These are fleas. Infected fleas. That's why there's so many of them. They just mass multiply.
That's unusual.
I hate it.
I love it. I love it. Ooh, fleas. Yeah, that's cool.
And I believe... I'm trying to think if they were fleas back in the original one, because the Drain Demos used to get up on two legs and chase you and deal either poison damage or just hurt you. They were weird-looking fuckers. But now...
It's all drippy and goopy, too. I like this section. I think I like it better if it wasn't on, Inferno mode, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, because the way poison works in this game is it drops you down to 1 HP danger if you let it go on long enough. The next hit, you die.
Right.
So
it works like Half-Life 2's poison then, right?
yeah, it won't actually kill you, but when you take damage, it'll kill you immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit more world building. Guys infected with the parasites. It's like he can't throw them up, and then he just dies from the inside out. It's gruesome.
Oh, was that him?
That was him.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah. This is one of the many points where I'm just like, okay, RE3, that's a point in your court. Good job.
I don't like green herbs, though. It tastes like gross broccoli.
I don't eat green food.
Well, they're gonna eat you, though.
Deuces.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Okay. In Nightmare and Inferno mode, your third stone is actually in here.
Fancy.
You gotta get this. This isn't a point of no return, but there are point of no returns in this game, so get it while you're here.
Would you want to go back here?
No, because even after you defeat this section, they still spawn.
Because they're fleas!
Exactly.
They're a bitch to get rid of sometimes!
There's so fucking many of them.
You're gonna need like a gigantic, bug bomb to... Hey, you got a nuke? You got a nuke lying around? Yeah, there you go.
Bug bomb 5,000, 5 million.
What if they don't kill them all? What if they've just been growing and repopulating and just manifesting in that crater where Raccoon City used to be? And then all of a sudden, Chris Redfield gets a call. Yes. Yeah. How many? A pool. An ocean, you say?
An ocean, you say?
Oh. Got another nuke? Okay. Call me back later.
It's always nukes with you, Redfield.
Well, they work, okay?
Okay, one thing I want to note here, if you're playing this, obviously on Inferno or Nightmare, any harder difficulty, if you do not have the defense coins, just like every other enemy, I believe it's one hit, you go to danger. And getting poisoned in here is a fucking nightmare, so... Lock and load, buy some coins, make it to where you survive this section. This one, or I should say after this section, is where I would save. One, so you don't have to do it anymore, and two, because immediately after this, it's gonna get harder. Like, immediately.
Oh, good.
Alright, we're done.
Hey!
No more of that. And that was a good section. Good job, guys. I really like that.
I'd take another green herb just to be safe. Yeah, make all those parasites are out. Ugh.
Gross.
Ooh.
Disgusting.
Enjoy.
Nice. Power's back on. We did it! Okay.
Now it's time to flee the scene!
Boing, 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 boing. Now, there is another reason I told you to literally get every single item that you didn't pick up before doing this. Because as you're trying to leave, the game's gonna get harder. We have hit a specific story bit. So, yeah, let's go ahead and save.
The game's seeing you doing okay. They're like, yeah, okay, alright, alright.
Let's ramp it up a little bit.
Okay. Player's getting confident. Let's, take him down a couple pegs, what do you say? Yeah,
Precisely.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. So, let's actually see this death.
Yeah, I want to see how you die here. This has got to be cool. Come on.
We're infected.
Yeah.
You start out at fine or whatever health you were at, and it takes about 30 seconds to go down a little bit.
At least you have time even on Inferno mode.
Correct, and...
Like, I figure that it's just like, it's like, hey...
So there is a challenge in this game for using one or less healing items. You are forced to use a healing item to get rid of your first infection. That's why it's one or less healing items.
Fun.
Yeah, fun. Alright, so I'm on danger. One more hit and I'm dead. Hi! Show me.
Oh!
Oh, this is good!
Mother.
Oh, God, I hate that. I hate bugs. Next time on Resident Evil 3 Remake Inferno.
Well, I hope less of that.
There's gonna be less bugs, but it's just gonna get harder.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah, I do.